Hello everyone, and welcome to my CBS Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Brooke and Ridge argue over forgiving Hope. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful suggest that there might be more confrontation between Ridge and Brooke. Logan Forrester. Will Brooke and Ridge's next conflict stem from the question of whether to forgive Hope? Logan Spencer? Along with Ridge and the other Forresters, Brooke was caught off guard by Hope's betrayal, so it's clear that she's having difficulties at the moment. Because of this, Brooke is hiding at a wellness facility while attempting to cope with the suffering Hope has given her. Hope is still Brooke's daughter, though, so that relationship cannot be severed. Hope struck a painful blow behind Brooke's back, yet Brooke will always love her. In addition, Hope recently experienced a panic episode during a confrontation with her mother, which caused her to pass out. Brooke would likely have already softened her position and expressed worries if she had known about that. It's crucial to remember that if Brooke finds out that this animosity is directly harming Hope's health, she won't continue. This could be a means of expediting Brooke's forgiveness of Hope for secretly joining Logan. Naturally, Brooke might have an opportunity to calm down and try to see things from Hope's perspective on this wellness retreat. Brooke's forgiveness might be imminent given that and Hope's medical crisis. Although Steffy Forrester Finnegan and Brooke are now getting along, this might change if Brooke changes his mind and stops advocating for the same anti-Hope position. Ridge might take Steffy's side and claim that Brooke is treating Hope the traitor far too lightly. Ridge and Brooke can't seem to get along for very long before something comes up. If Ridge doesn't think Brooke should forgive Hope, it could be the next point of contention. If Hope decides to move back in the future, Ridge may take up his prior position of refusing to live with her. Ridge and Brooke may eventually have some serious arguments as a result of Brooke's efforts to get back in touch with her daughter. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke and Ridge will eventually encounter further difficulties in their relationship, so keep an eye out for any Hope-related developments. Eric's explosive warning, Finn's betrayal, and Daphne's devastating diagnosis. Spoilers for the upcoming week of The Bold and the Beautiful have been released. Daphne Rose Walton is likely to receive a diagnosis. John Finn Finnegan, meanwhile, might commit the greatest error of his life. Let's discuss the upcoming events in the CBS soap opera as you continue to read. Let's start this post with Daphne. Despite months of trying with Carter Walton, fans are aware that she is still not pregnant. Lee Finnegan will finally be seen by the woman. Lee appears to have a concerning diagnosis for Daphne, though. In fact, Steffy Forrester Finnegan offers her support after learning the news. Additionally, it is said that Daphne and Carter's marriage will be put to the test. Carter and Daphne both yearned for a family. Their dream doesn't have to change because they are infertile, it just takes a slightly different path. Finn has pledged to never let Steffy down, just when she is dealing with a lot of betrayal in her life. But that's precisely what he's going to do. Sheila Carter will keep pleading with Finn to let her stay in touch with her family. But none of the Forresters, including Steffy, will ever permit that. Finn seems like he might turn on Steffy. Sheila has been making a lot of effort, so one can sympathize with Finn, but there is simply too much history with Steffy. What will Finn and Sheila do, I wonder? Spoilers for this week's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Bill Spencer gives Will some love advice. Melissa Dillon is encouraged to approach Will in the meanwhile. In fact, Will and Dillon may be seen conversing at the bar in a preview picture. Additionally, it is mentioned that the women at Bikini assist Will in moving on. Will continues to attempt to reason with Electra Forrester throughout the remainder of the week. Electra has been cautioned to avoid Will and his fury, though. Eric Forrester then advises Will to avoid his loved ones. Couture plans will also be made by Eric and Ridge Forrester. But keep an eye out for further surprises from Bill Spencer. There will be more fashion house tension between Logan and Forrester creations, according to this week's spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Delon Demetz will therefore appear as Zend Forrester Dominguez on the canvas. The Wednesday, July 15th episode included scenes with him. Dr. Lee Finnegan will also make an appearance because Naomi Matsuda is returning. Daphne Rose Walton, Muriel Hilaire, will receive some heartbreaking news from John Finnegan's mother. This might be the beginning of a much larger plot since all signs point to Daphne having problems with her fertility. The Bolt's weekly promo features Daphne and Lee, along with what looks to be Steffy Forrester Finnegan. The next 5 days will be crucial for Daphne, who aspires to have a family someday with her husband, Carter Walton, as Lee informs her that she has some bad news related to her pregnancy plans. Additionally, there will be more casting notes for Bold and the Beautiful this week. Jessica will be portrayed by actress Sissy Sheridan in the episodes. Actor Christopher Sincere Cato will also return to the CBS soap opera as Alex. On the shows, he will appear in scenes. Finally, Sandy Cameron appears in the episode as Shelley. Bill trashes Forresters to Will in anticipation of Steffy's wrath. According to the Bold and the Beautiful update, John Finnegan will make a decision that will undoubtedly infuriate Steffy Forrester Finnegan. In addition, Bill Spencer will reveal some information to Will Spencer and take a moment to denigrate the Forrester family. Sheila Carter's desire to spend time with Finn and Hayes Finnegan at the hospital has reached a point of complete desperation. Sheila is appealing with Finn to speak to Steffy on her behalf because of this. Finn genuinely thinks Sheila has changed and now recognizes her positive traits. Sheila finds that appealing, but she is aware that Steffy must also believe it in order for her to have the family bonding moments she desires. Sheila will embrace Finn once more and encourage him to assist Steffy in realizing that she deserves a fresh start. Finn won't be able to guarantee anything, and he might encourage Sheila to let go of her hopes that Steffy will see things her way. Nevertheless, Finn will ultimately make the decision to at least speak with Steffy and suggest that Sheila be allowed to join their family. The countdown to Steffy's rages, of course, on. You can guarantee that when Finn brings this up to Steffy later in the week, she will be furious. According to other spoilers, Will feel disoriented in the absence of Electra Forrester. Will ask his father for help after realizing he could benefit from some guidance from Bill. Bill may appear bruised for this conversation because Ridge Forrester just gave him a beating at work. When Will finds out that Ridge attacked him, he can ask Bill what occurred and become enraged. Although Ridge has been complaining a lot about Will being hazardous, Ridge himself appears to be quite dangerous. Given that Ridge goes about decking people in their own workplace, Will might find it absurd that he was dismissed for sucker punching RJ at Bikini Bar. Will won't think Electra Forrester is like the Forresters, but Bill will undoubtedly denigrate them as well. Bill would disagree, but if Will asks for advice on how to arrange an Electra reunion, he might be able to help. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Melissa Dillon will try to divert Will's attention in the upcoming episodes while he continues to harbor feelings for Electra. Is there anything she might be concealing from us? When it comes to Jacqueline MacInnes Wood, star of The Bold and the Beautiful, many fans can't help but wonder. This is due to the fact that over the past few years, the actress, best known for her portrayal of Steffy Forrester, has undergone numerous transformations. Nevertheless, it appears that she may or may not be concealing another shift from her followers. Although JMW used to frequently post pictures and details of her personal life with her followers on social media, it appears that she has stopped doing so in the past 6 months. As you may remember, the actress announced to the public on her Instagram account that she had given birth to a son with her 5th child. Rise, Lennox, Brandov, and Valor are the 4 older brothers of the new family member. Elon Raspoli, a Hollywood talent agent, and JMW have sons. Some admirers of B&B have even expressed their opinions on social media. Maybe Jacqueline will want to stay at home and raise her 5 children instead of watching someone else raise them, someone commented. If you don't want to raise your kids, why have a large family? Given all of the bullying JMW has experienced, it's likely that she just stopped using social media to take a break for her mental health. And who would blame her if she did the same? However, the actress hasn't yet commented on the issue. Sheila begs Finn. Sheila has no one to support her now that she is divorced. She has sought out to Finn because she feels lonely. Sheila is aware that Steffy has made it apparent that she is not interested in interacting with her. Finn, however, does not think that his birth mother is unredeemable. He believes she has changed, but he hasn't told Steffy. Finn had promised his wife that their family will always come first. He has prioritized avoiding Sheila for years. He has not interacted with her in any way. He views Sheila's decision to grant Deacon a divorce at his request as evidence that she is the decent person she claims to be. His attitude toward her has softened as a result. Ever since Electra left him, Will has been having difficulties. Since the split, both of his parents have visited him, but he responded to Bill in a different way. Will attributes his romantic situation to his father's request that they maintain their personal and professional life apart. Will believes he might have avoided upsetting Electra if he had been honest with her, even though he knows he had to preserve the secret. Bill is unhappy with Will's reaction to Logan's plans being revealed. He doesn't understand why Electra is unhappy, though. He informed Wyatt that he had been disproven in his belief that Electra had superior financial acumen. Electra and Will are under pressure to end their relationship when Sheila interrupts Deacon and Taylor's makeout session. Ridge wants to shield Electra from the man who has now beaten his son twice at the Forrester estate. Once and for all, avoid Will. Because she detests violence, Electra is upset that Will struck RJ. She is certain that her partner would never harm her. Ridge claims that by lying to her, he has harmed her. Electra admits that she is enamored with that. People that love you don't do that, according to Ridge, who has been crushing on Brooke and Taylor for decades. It's time to let Will go. Ridge continues to speak over Electra when she tries to refute the argument. Will's lack of honesty makes Electra sulk. She will have to pick a side, Ridge tells her. Avoid going back. Avoid doing that to yourself. They argue over whether Will is similar to his father. Ridge moans that he must stop hurting her. You have to choose a side is what he wanted to say. Bill visits Will at the beach house after he fails to appear at work. Will laments that everything was lost by interfering with his fashion war. They discuss all that transpired with Will, Electra, and RJ. Bill wishes his son had not inherited his fury. Bill has Will repeat the entire scenario because it's filler. Will complains about having to maintain Bill's trade secrets. He ought to have informed Electra right away. It was business, according to Bill. Will keeps berating himself for failing Electra. Steffi and Finn share a kiss at Forrester before discussing the mess with Katie, Hope, and the couture line. However, Steffi has made the decision to resume thinking about Deacon and Taylor. It's ironic that Sheila interrupts a surprised Deacon and Taylor as they are making out at Deacon's. She claims that it still aches to watch them in each other's arms despite Deacon's warning that she can't just walk in. Sheila is summarizing that her husband had an affair with his psychologist as Steffi tells Finn that she still thinks his birth mother TM is a maniac who could attack at any time. She reveals that she will sign the divorce papers in exchange for living with Finn and Hayes. Asking if she's responsible for that, Taylor sighs. Taylor acknowledges that he hasn't talked to Steffi, it's useless. Her request is not feasible. Deacon begs Deacon to simply sign the documents and release him. Sheila wants to talk to him by herself. Taylor files out once Deacon gives his okay.